Hey plant fam, we have work to do. As you can see, I kind of started unpotting stuff and then was like, wait a minute, I should be doing this with them. So I stopped everything. Also, this is probably obvious, but I'm sick right now. I am on the mend, but I still sound pretty crummy. So forgive any annoying clearing of throats, nasally voices. You know, kind of just is what it is, but we're just going to take it nice and easy, get some plant chores done together really quickly, and pot all these little babies up. So the first one that we're going to take care of is this Alocasia Frydek tattoo. I named him Romeo. These are so cute. Look at these wild roots. Oh, I created this really nice airy aroid mix, and I was contemplating potting some things in the aroid mix, but there's a couple plants that have come in from different shops and a couple of them had fungus gnats, and it reminded me how freaking obnoxious fungus gnats are to me. And I was like, no, I think I'm gonna stick to pon. So everything, I believe, that I might be lying to you right now, but I believe everything that we are gonna pot up today is gonna go into pon. These are 3-inch pots as well. One of the things that I've reflected on is how often I up potted my plants in the past, and there's nothing wrong with that. I did it because I wanted my plants to grow big. And that's definitely, you give them the space and they will grow. This time around, I think I'm going to let my plants get a little root bound before I immediately up pot them. And I'm not going to be as generous with the space that I give them when I up pot them, so that hopefully they stay they stay a little small a little longer. Here's Romeo. Everybody say hi. Hi, Romeo. All right, I'm making a big mess already. I need to get one of those potting mats. I'll use a grocery bag and I'll just try really hard not to be annoying with the sound. But next we have this Anthurium variegated vitarifolium. I named him Gabriel. This guy I am going to be chopping up a little bit just because he's very, very leggy, as you can see. All right, I'm gonna take a scissor real quick. I'm gonna take scissors. I'm gonna cut right here. And then this top portion, I am going to take some of these leaves off, and then I'm just gonna bury it bloop like that. I think I kind of want to take some of these leaves off too. Some of the ones that are already kind of not looking so hot. I think I'm gonna put them in the same pot though. And then if it gets big, we can separate it. Gabriel has a twin. I'm gonna stick this guy closer towards the back here. And then I'm gonna stick this guy here. Yay! So we have 2 of them in this pot. And then, like I said, if they get big, we can separate them later. But here's Gabriel. Next, we have this incredible variegated Biliaceae. I named this one Juniper. I've wanted one of these for a while, so I'm really excited. I do love the billies even just green. Y'all remember that leaf shape? It's kind of always been my favorite, so seeing all these variegated ones for really good prices has been very, very cool, and I'm excited to watch her grow. I can't wait to see how the mature leaves look with the variegation. That's going to be so cool. I'm also going to break some of these leaves off the bottom here, just like some of these that are really close to the root. It's kind of clustery, and there's roots in here that are wanting to grow, but the leaves are kind of in the way. So I'm just cleaning up as much as I can on the bottom here. So sweet. I'm a little nervous about the roots just because they do have all of that peat moss on them, but I think it should be okay. I feel like switching things to pon is easier than switching it out of pon into soil, but we'll keep our eye on it. But here's Juniper. Okay, our next one. This is an Anthurium Queen of Hearts, and I have named her Amelia. This one is definitely going to get buried pretty deep because, as you can see, it's kind of leggy, so I'm gonna pull a lot of these leaves off and then just bury it super deep. All right, so I'm gonna pull most of these leaves off actually. All right, we're gonna bury this pretty deep so that hopefully we can get some new root growth. There's Amelia. She does have a little baby come in. Can you see her? She did have a little baby come in when she was shipped. I don't know how it's going to do, but hopefully now that it's got some good deep roots buried, hopefully she'll be all right. Next, we have this Alocasia Balloon Heart. This is just the green version. This is not variegated. Oh my gosh, and she's already got little corn babies come in. Look at that. I don't want this to outgrow the pot too soon, so I am going to take the corms off, but I might not plant them up. I'm going to try to get this little netting off as best I can. Oh, she's got a bunch of little cormy babies. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad. Sometimes they do it when they're stressed, so that might not be a good thing. Because she's still pretty small and she doesn't really have that many roots. And honestly, right now I have so many plants, I'm not gonna worry about planting up the corm. Sorry if that breaks some of y'all's hearts, but yeah. And then this we named Peyton, the alocasia balloon heart. And I had stuck it on a tag, so I might just keep the tag instead of trying to take that sticker off. Let's see. She's pretty tall, so I'm gonna bury her pretty deep in here. She is so cute. Look at her. Oh my goodness. I've washed this leaf so many times and I can't get the blue spray off. I'm pretty sure that's a spray that they put on like a pesticide. I cannot get it off. But here is Peyton. Okay, we have a couple more left. We have this Philodendron verrucosum. I named her Dakota. I kind of feel like maybe I should put her in aroid mix. I don't know. What is this? I've never seen a net like that. Oh no, it's like so wrapped around these roots. I don't think I can get it free from this net. For this, I'm thinking we're gonna remove this lower leaf. I kind of want to bury it pretty deep, so I'm gonna remove that leaf as well. Honestly, these roots kind of look dry rotted, so I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think it's gonna do very well. I might do an aroid mix for this one and just pray for the best. This is my aroid mix. 'Tis chunky but light, cocoa core, perlite, charcoal, and bark. And I just have a feeling that this might be our best bet here. We're gonna bury her pretty deep in here so that hopefully the little rooter tutors at the top here will activate and grow out. All right, best of luck, Dakota. She's so pretty. I notoriously don't have good luck with verrucosum. Why I bought one, I don't know. Hopefully she'll do okay. We are back to pond now. This gorgeous, gorgeous guy is an Anthurium gunayala crossed with a BVEP, or a black velvet Eastern Panama, I believe. I named him Yuno. I'm a pretty big K-pop fan. Well, I say that. I'm new to K-pop, so I wouldn't say I'm like a big K-pop fan. But I've really loved K-pop the last several months, and my three favorite like groups are ENHYPEN, Stray Kids, and ATEEZ. And one of my favorite ATEEZ members, his name is Yuno. So named this one after Yuno. It's so funny. My youngest is like right along with me with K-pop. She's 8, so it checks out. But my older two, the 13-year-old and the 16-year-old, they think it's so cringe that I love K-pop. I think K-pop is just really cringe. So they always kind of give me a hard time and make fun of me. But it's all good. I just love it because it's fun, it's hype, it's not like, I mean, there are some innuendos, but it's not overly sexualized, at least not like obvious, you know? I don't know. It cheers me up, so I enjoy it. No shame here. But there's Yuno. So cute. I love the shape of this. Just like, ooh. Speaking of K-pop, this one is also named after a K-pop idol. This one is from Stray Kids, and his name is Lino, and he's one of my favorites. So I named this one Lino. And Lino is an Anthurium King of Clarinervium. I love the veining on this. It's so nice. Even as like a seedling, it just has very distinct veining. I'm a little nervous because these are soil roots. Like that was obvious dirt, and I was planning on putting it in pond. So there's a slight bit of hesitation here, but we're gonna do it anyway. In the past, I had really good luck converting my plants to pond, and I didn't do anything like special or gentle. I just literally threw it in pond. So we're doing that again this time. I dumped some out because I kind of want to push this down a little deeper, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm using pond from an old planter. I have not boiled it yet, so there's some dead roots in here, and hopefully that's not a big deal. I honestly just barely have the energy to repot these plants, so I definitely don't have the energy to boil pond. But I do need to just do a big batch so that it's already boiled and ready to go in the future, and maybe one day I will be that organized. So I'll wish that into existence. That would be nice. But look how adorable. So here's Lino. All right, our last friend. This is an Anthurium Wonder Boy crossed with a Michelle, and I named it Carson. I have had such a fun time naming these plants. You guys don't even know. It's just so fun, especially when like my family walks past the little cabinet they're in. There's been a couple times where my husband's like, so-and-so is looking thirsty, or like so-and-so, blah, blah. Like he's starting to call them by their name. And it's just really fun. It's also probably easier for him because the names of some of these plants like are just, they're weird, let's be honest. For him to just be like, oh, Gabriel is looking good versus a Vitarifolium, you know? So 10 out of 10 recommend naming your plants if you don't already. It's actually really fun. Adorbs. So here is Carson. Welcome to the crew. All right, we've made a big enough mess. I think we're good. I usually let new plants come and sit however they were shipped in their substrate, whatever. I let them sit like that for a couple of days before I pot them up. I did not do that with some of these anthuriums. Those just came in today, but I just don't want it to hang over my head because I know if I don't feel good later, it's just gonna be a mess. So these are all the plants I needed to get potted up today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see you